Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learning Electronics. In this video, we are going to determine values of the steady state error coefficient for different input test signals according to the type of system. So before starting the video, please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get more updated videos from here. Before finding out the steady state error coefficients according to the type of system, first we are going to define what is type of system. Type of system is defined as the number of poles at origin of the open loop transfer function GSHS of the system. That means if in the open loop transfer function the number of poles that are present at origin are 0, then the type of system is 0, and if the number of poles present at origin is 1, then the type of system is 1, and if the number of poles present at origin are 2, then the type of system is 2. Therefore, the type of system is increased by adding one pole at the origin, and the type of system is represented as type 0, type 1, type 2, etc. First, we will take type 0 system. In this, the capital N present in the open loop transfer function equation is equal to 0. So, this is the equation of the open loop transfer function of the system GSHS, which is equal to K into 1 plus STA into 1 plus STB multiplied up to 1 plus STM whole divided by S to the power capital N into 1 plus ST1 into 1 plus ST2 multiplied up to 1 plus STN. The capital N present in the denominator of this equation, which is in the power of this single S, defines the type of system. Okay, so if this N is equal to 0, then the type of the system will be type 0 system. When we put N is equal to 0 in this equation, the equation will look like this. So here S to the power 0 is there, which is equal to 1. First we will take step input. For step input, we know that the positional error coefficient Kp will control the error. So Kp is equal to limit s tends to 0 Gs into Hs. We put the value of this GSHS here in this equation, and when we put the limit, we will get positional error coefficient Kp is equal to K. And in the last class, we have already derived this equation of steady state error for step input, which is equal to A upon 1 plus Kp. When we put the value of Kp here, we'll get steady state error is equal to A divided by 1 plus K. So from this equation, we can see that the steady state error in the type 0 system depends on the magnitude of the signal A and forward path gain K when the step input is applied. And when the input signal is unit step signal, then the magnitude A will be equal to 1, then steady state error ESS will be equal to 1 upon 1 plus K. This is the response of the underdamped and overdamped system when step input is applied to the type 0 system. So here we can see that when step signal is applied, then the steady state error will be equal to A upon 1 plus K. That is a finite value we are going to get when step input is applied to type 0 system for both underdamped and overdamped systems. ES is equal to A upon 1 plus K. Now second signal is ramp input signal. We are going to apply ramp input signal, then the velocity error coefficient Kv will control the error. Kv is equal to limit s tends to 0 s into GSHS. Now we put this value of GSHS here, then we'll get Kv is equal to 0. And we know that the steady state error when ramp input is applied is equal to A upon Kv. When we put the value of Kv here, then steady state error will be infinite. So in type 0 system, when ramp input is applied, then steady state error is infinite and may damage the parameters of the system or may cause saturation in the parameters. So ramp input is not used to excite the type 0 system as steady state error is infinite here. So if the unit ramp signal is applied, then the steady state error is given by 1 upon Kv, and when we put the value of kV here, which is equal to 0, then again for unit ramp also the steady state error will be infinite. This is the time response of the underdamped and overdamped system when ramp input signal is applied. Here you can see that the steady state error is infinite for both underdamped and overdamped systems. Third one is parabolic input. When parabolic input is applied, then acceleration error coefficient K will control the error, and K is equal to limit s tends to 0 s square into GSHS. So when we put the value of GSHS here, we'll get K is equal to 0, and we know that the steady state error when parabolic input is applied is equal to A upon Ka. When we put the value of K here, again we'll get steady state error is equal to infinite. If unit parabolic signal is applied, then steady state error is equal to 1 upon Ka. So for type 0 system, when parabolic input is applied, the steady state error is again equal to infinite. When unit parabolic input is applied, then steady state error is again equal to infinite. Now this is the time response of the underdamped and overdamped system. Here you can see the steady state error is infinite for both underdamped and overdamped system. So the parabolic input should not be used to excite the type 0 system, as the error is very high and uncontrollable. Next one is type 1 system. Here the capital N will be equal to 1. So when we put N is equal to 1, we will get this type of equation. Here the power of S is equal to 1. So this is the equation of open loop transfer function for the type 1 system. First we will take step input. In step input, the positional error coefficient will control the error. So in this equation, when we put this value of GSHS, we will get Kp is equal to infinite, and the steady state error ESS is given by A upon 1 plus Kp. When we put the value of Kp here, we will get steady state error is equal to 0. That means when step input is applied to the type 1 system, then steady state error will be equal to 0. That means practically the steady state error is negligibly small. So if unit step is applied, then the steady state error is equal to 1 upon 1 plus Kp. If we put the value of Kp here, then also we will get steady state error is equal to 0. This is the time response of underdamped system and overdamped system when step input is applied to the type 1 system. So here you can see that the steady state error is very less, which is equal to 0. Now next is ramp input when applied to the type 1 system. We know that when ramp input is applied, then velocity error coefficient control the error. So when we put the value of GSHS in this equation, then we'll get velocity error coefficient is equal to K, and the steady state error when ramp input is applied is equal to A upon KV. So when we put the value of Kv here, we get steady state error is equal to A upon K. When unit ramp is applied, then steady state error will be equal to 1 upon Kv. Okay, that means ES is equal to 1 upon K when unit ramp input is applied. Now when we see the time response for underdamped and overdamped system, then here we can see that the steady state error for both type of systems is equal to a finite value, that is equal to A by K. Now next one is parabolic input. When parabolic input is applied, acceleration error coefficient K will control the error. Here in this equation, now again we put this value of GSHS, then we get K is equal to 0 and the steady state error is equal to A upon K. So here we put the K's value, then we get steady state error is equal to infinite for type 1 system when parabolic input is applied. So this is the steady state error for the unit parabolic input. Here also when we put the value of K is equal to 0, then we'll get ES is equal to infinite. The parabolic input is not applied to the type 1 system as it gives very large error. This is the time response for the parabolic input for underdamped and overdamped system, here we can see that the steady state error is infinite for both type of systems. Next one is type 2 system. Here the capital N value is equal to 2. So in the open loop transfer function equation, when we put n is equal to 2 in the equation, we get this type of equation. Here we can see that the power of s here is 2. Therefore, the type of system is 2 here. First we apply step input, then positional error coefficient will control the error. When we put this value of GSHS here, we will get Kp is equal to infinite, and the steady state error is equal to A upon 1 plus Kp. So when we put the value of Kp here, we'll get steady state error is equal to 0. We apply step input to the type 2 system, then the steady state error is negligibly small. For unit step input also, the steady state error is equal to 0, because the magnitude here will be equal to 1, and when we keep the value of Kp here, then we'll get steady state error is equal to 0. This is the time response of the underdamped and overdamped system for step input in the type 2 system. So here you can see that the steady state error is equal to 0 for both the systems. Next is ramp input. For ramp input, the velocity error coefficient will control the error. So in this equation, when we put this equation of GSHS, we'll get Kv is equal to infinite, and when we find out the steady state error, it will be equal to A upon Kv. Steady state error for unit ramp input will be equal to 1 upon Kv. So in type 2 system, when ramp input is applied, the steady state error is negligibly small. This is the time response of the underdamped and overdamped system when ramp input is applied to the type 2 system. So here we can see that the steady state error is equal to 0. Now next one is parabolic input when applied to type 2 system. The acceleration error coefficient will control the error. So in this equation, we'll put this value, we'll get k is equal to k. The steady state error is equal to A upon k. When we put the value of k is equal to k here, then we'll get steady state is equal to A upon k. So if we apply unit parabolic input here, then we get steady state error is equal to 1 upon Ka, and when we put k is equal to k here, we get steady state error is equal to 1 upon k for the unit parabolic input applied. Okay, so here we can see that when parabolic input is applied to the type 2 system, then the steady state error is a finite value, and its value depends on the magnitude of the input signal as well as the forward path gain k. So this is the time response of the underdamped and overdamped system for the parabolic input when applied to the type 2 system. So here you can see the steady state error is a finite value which is equal to A by K for both the systems. These are the computation result for the steady state error coefficient for input signal according to the type of system. Here we can see that when step input is applied in the type 0 system, then we are getting steady state error to be a finite value which is equal to A upon 1 plus K, and when ramp input and parabolic input is applied to the type 0 system, then steady state error is infinite. That means ramp and parabolic inputs are not acceptable for the type 0 system, or ramp and parabolic inputs are not used to excite the type 0 system, as we are getting the error very high value. And when we see in the type 1 system, then in the type of system for ramp input signal, we are getting steady state error is equal to A by K, which is a finite value. But when parabolic input is applied to the type of 1 system, then we are getting steady state error is equal to infinite. That means very large value of error we are getting when parabolic input is applied to the type 1 system. So parabolic input is not used to excite the type 1 system, as the error is very large. But for the step input to the type 1 system, the error is negligibly small, which is equal to 0. And when we see the type 2 system, then for parabolic input, type 2 system is giving a finite error which is equal to a by k, and the error is equal to 0 for both step input and ramp input. So all the input signals are acceptable to type 2 system. Now let us see the disadvantage of static error coefficient method. First is it cannot give error if the input is other than standard input signals. That means it gives only error when standard test input signals are applied. Then next is it does not provide precise value of error, as it provides error is equal to 0 or error is equal to infinite. It is not giving the precise value of error. It does not provide variation of error with respect to time. Next, error constant only defined for open loop transfer function GSHS of the system. This we have seen just now. And next, before applying this method, the system must be checked for the stability. That means this method is applicable only to the stable system and not applicable to the unstable systems. So because of these limitations of the static error coefficient method, we use dynamic error coefficient method, which is also called as error series method, and we discuss this method in the next lecture. Now let us see the conclusion points of this lecture. First, for the type 0 system, only step input is accepted, as steady state error is a finite value for step input, but the steady state errors are infinite for ramp and parabolic inputs when applied to the type 0 system. And for type 1 system, step and ramp inputs are accepted, as steady state error for step input is 0 and steady state error for ramp input is a finite value, but parabolic input is not acceptable because the steady state error for type 1 system is equal to infinite. But for type 2 system, all the inputs are accepted because the steady state error for step input is 0, for ramp input is 0, and for parabolic input steady state error is a finite value which is equal to a by k. And all the steady state errors are positional in nature. And last is finite steady state error is inversely proportional to forward path gain k. So hope you have understood the topic. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe my channel for more updates.